According to former DOJ prosecutor Andrew Weissman, it looks like Donald Trump may have broken the law yet again, which of course probably doesn't come as a surprise to most people. But what is surprising about this particular instance is that sources close to his campaign are the ones who essentially informed Axios this past week that, the guy broke the law. Now, to their credit, these sources that spoke to Axios didn't say Trump broke the law. They just explained what he did, not knowing that it was a violation of federal law, specifically a violation of the Logan Act. So here's what happened. According to an Axios report that came out, I believe, on Wednesday of this past week, two sources close to Donald Trump said, hey, Donald Trump had a great phone call with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, where they talked about a possible ceasefire with Gaza. Okay, they're like, yeah, this is great. He's working foreign policy with foreign leaders. Isn't that super cool, guys? All right, we'll talk to you later. And that's when Weissman came out and was like, that's illegal. You can't do that. According to the Logan Act, it is against federal law for a private individual, and by the way, even members of Congress, to engage directly with foreign leaders on the issue of U.S. foreign policy, unless, of course, they are delegated by the President of the United States to do so, or it is part of a legislative effort. So, Trump, being a private citizen, he is not President of the United States. He is former President of the United States, which for the record holds no power in the federal government. Trump is not allowed to talk to any foreign leader about any form of U.S. foreign policy. But according to the two sources who spoke to Axios, he damn sure did it and discussed the potential of a ceasefire. Here's the issue, as Weissman points out. Nobody's going to get in trouble for this. Donald Trump is not going to be punished. He's not going to be investigated, and he sure as hell is not going to be prosecuted. And the reason, of course, for that is because there's actually precedent to not punish Donald Trump for doing this. Because, Weissman says, we saw it with Richard Nixon, right? Working on a withdrawal from Vietnam before he was elected president. Ronald Reagan, Weissman also points out, worked out a deal to delay the release of American hostages in Iran until after the election so that, he could win and Jimmy Carter would lose. So that's what happened with those two guys. And of course, nothing happened. It should have been massive scandals. It should have derailed the political careers of both of those horrible human beings, but it didn't. Just like Donald Trump with his phone call with Netanyahu, nothing happened to those folks and nothing will happen to Trump. Nothing will happen to Donald Trump when he goes out there and holds a press conference and says, hey, Putin, I'll end this Ukraine thing in 5 minutes if I get back into the White House. That could also be considered a violation of the Logan Act, because even though he's not speaking directly with him, he is signaling to him what foreign policy would be like. You just got to help get me in office. So there it is. Another fairly clear violation of the Logan Act by Donald Trump. And yet, as per usual, with Republicans, nothing happens to these people and they just go about their lives. Hi, everyone. This here is little Athena. And Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet. So please, don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.